Okay, so before we get into this episode, I kind of want to talk to you guys about why I was not recording yesterday. So I was building a float yesterday, and I'm gonna put a timestamp of when I'm done talking. So yeah, but I was building a float yesterday for my school's homecoming parade. If you guys are in school still, I'm sorry. And so we were doing the 90s theme, and I was in charge of building the dinosaur from Rugrats. If you don't know what Rugrats is, it is a 90s show, cartoon, just look it up, I don't know. But I was in charge of making that. So we started at 8 and never got it finished. But the reason is because we made it 3D, and I wanted to make it 2D. But everyone was like, oh no, let's make it 3D. And then, sorry for my yawning. And then, when I got done, we weren't even done making it because I had everything scheduled, what should be done, yada yada, this and that. And so by the end of it, it looked like crap. It looked like shit. Everyone asked me what the hell it was, and yeah, and I told them it was supposed to be the dinosaur from Rugrats, but everyone wanted it 3D, and no one but me and another person worked on that bullshit. Everyone else that was assigned to work on it just decided to play on their phones and all that. And so I was really stressed out that day, so I was like, yeah, so no recording. And so I'm back. I may be a little tired. I did lose my voice. Kind of, if you can hear. But yeah, so sorry if I do take little drink breaks, little pauses in the video, because I'm gonna be thirsty. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. But anyways, let's get on. So it's nice weather today, huh? You spoke out. Kokushiba only hummed in response. Everyone was on the bus, and well, you weren't having a great time. How long would we be able to arrive there? You asked. In about 3 hours. He simply replied. You didn't reply, since it seemed like he wasn't one for small talk. You then placed with the cloth of the sweater that Muzan had given you. You also didn't have to worry about your period, since a few days had passed. As you were peacefully playing with the material, Doma quickly noticed the sweater and let out a gasp. Muzan, is that the sweater I gave you? He asked Muzan. Muzan and Doma were seatmates. Muzan didn't reply and kept doing what he was doing. I'm offended and I feel betrayed, he pounded. I just want to be accepted, he added. Muzan stared at him before rolling his eyes and putting his ear paws on. My goal is not to fall asleep on his shoulder, you thought. If I'll sleep, I'll lay my head on the window. The bus soon started moving. You looked at your watch, our phone. It was 7:54 a.m. It's still so... God damn, I'm sorry. It's so early, huh? You mumbled. You yawned and decided to take a small nap. Kokushibo soon fumbled with something inside his bag. He seemed to be looking for some snacks he brought. Yin, do you? He was cut off by your head falling on his shoulder. He stared at you before slowly putting the snacks back in his bag. Time skip. Fuck yeah, we're here. I can't wait to snap all your asses with a wet towel, a student shouted. Muzan got up from his seat and glared at the student. The student quickly looked away and shut his mouth. You flinched and woke up because of the student. You looked at your surroundings and soon noticed that you were actually falling asleep on Kokushibo. Oh shit, you thought. Oh, sorry about that, Sir Kokoshibo, you apologized. He stared at you before nodding. Everyone soon got out of their seats and picking up their bags. Everyone soon started leaving the bus. You looked around the place. The hot springs were high in the mountain. It was a place surrounded by nature. All right, listen, everyone. We still have a day ahead of us. Drop all of your stuff in your rooms, and all of you should meet up in the hall to go to the nearest town, Muzan spoke out. It's a 20-minute drive to the town. Sorry. Your rooms are also written on a paper. A single room contains of 4 people, Muzan added. They weren't any problem. The building of the hot springs was big. Everyone soon started to group themselves into their roommates. You looked at the paper. It reads, Room 16, first floor. You mumbled and soon looked around. Mitsuri soon approached you along with Shinobu. Yin, what's your room number? She asked. Room 16, first floor, you simply replied. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm roommates with the 2 of them, Mitsuri thought, excited. The 3 of us are all roommates then, Shinobu replied. Your eyes widened. Really? That's awesome. I wonder who our 4th roommate is. You replied. Soon the 3 of you were approached by Daki. Are you 3 in room 16, first floor? She asks. The 3 of you nod. Oh, good. We're in the same room, Daki replied. Well, shall we go to our room then? You suggested. The 3 of them nodded, and the 4 of you soon headed to your room. Time skip. Wow, that really relaxed me, you mumbled. It was nighttime. Everyone had dinner and was about to enjoy a nice relaxing time at the hot springs. The 4 of you were finished and were now getting ready to go to bed. Daki soon noticed your birthmark. Is that your birthmark? Daki asked and points at your lower back. Oh, yeah, you replied. Shinobu and Mitsuri soon looked at your birthmark as well. I'm sorry, this is gonna make me fucking laugh. Why does it look like the shape of an ass? She asked out of nowhere, and you lit offended. Hello, it's a heart. How does it look like an ass? You asked, offended. Well, it looks like an unfinished drawing of a heart. There's no pointy thing. It's just a curve, Shinobu commented. Don't worry, Yin. It isn't completely curved at the bottom, so it isn't, what Ma'am Daki says it is, Mitsuri assured you. You only pouted and wore your yakuta. The 4 of you soon got out of the changing room. Are you guys going to sleep? You asked. Mitsuri and I might stay at the ping-pong room for a while, Shinobu replied. I'm going to the faculty. I'm sorry for that. I'm going to the faculty. Muzan has called for us. Doggy also replied. You pouted. Well, it looks like I'm sleeping early. You were cut off by Zenitsu. Yin! He spoke out. His face quickly turned red as soon as you turned to him. She smells so nice and fragrant. She also just had gone out of the bath, he thought. Oh, hey, Zenitsu, you replied. Yin, my grandfather and I tried baking and, got some for you. It's a cupcake, he says as he hands you a cupcake. You look at the cupcake. It looked cute. Oh, I remember the scene. It had white frosting that seemed to be vanilla, and the bread seemed to be chocolate flavored. Thanks, Zenitsu, he thanked simply. I'm sorry, I'm not going to say what it is. Okay. Also, we ran out of an ingredient, so if the frosting is salty, it's normal. We just accidentally placed something. It's nothing big, no worries, he reassured you. Huh? So everything is homemade? You commented, and he nodded. Anyways, Yin, eat it, okay? I worked really hard on it. You giggled and nodded your head. Don't worry, silly, I will, you replied. He gave you a smile and soon left. Well, looks like I'm gonna be busy, you commented. Shinobu chuckles. You'll know where to find us, Yin, she told you, and soon left with Mitsuri. Before Daki walked away, she slowly got closer. Thank you for letting me get closer to Blake, she whispered, and hurriedly walked away in embarrassment. You only laughed in response. You then walked up to a vending machine that had a bench next to it and sat down. I'm sorry, I know it's the frosting and I'm gonna puke. You then took a bite of the cupcake. As Anitsu had said, the frosting tasted a bit salty. The frosting also felt sticky. Well, this does taste weird aside from the breading. You nodded and decided to take the frosting off and only ate the chocolate cupcake. Well, it would be a muffin, but you soon got up and drank from the vending machine. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna riot, you mumbled, and heard a thud and grabbed your drink. Yin? Someone spoke out. You flinched in surprise. Oh my god, Rengoku, you scared me, you spoke, as he'd only chuckles. He then sat next to you, had a drink on his hand, so he opened it and took a sip. You should call me Kojiro instead of Rengoku, Yin, he suggested. Okay, Kojiro, you replied, and took a sip of your drink. Kojiro had a big smile. The sound of his name coming out of your mouth, of your lips, was just chef's kiss for him. I'm happy I finally got to talk to you. We were all so busy. We hadn't gotten the time to talk, he chuckled as he finished his drinks. This drink is a little bitter, he mumbled. Yeah, it's the first day and everyone is so chaotic. Tell me about it. I had to stop students from smacking each other's asses at the boys' hot springs. Kojiro sighed. You only giggled. As expected, a student did scream about that, you replied. Soon, you noticed that Kojiro looked a little red and looked like he was sleepy. Kojiro, are you all right? You asked, and you took a good look at him. You let out a gasp. You quickly looked at the drink he was holding. Your assumptions were right. It was beer. Kojiro, why would you drink beer? You asked. He raised an eyebrow and looked at the can. Oh, I forgot that I confiscated this from a student, he mumbled. He soon got up and got up as you support him. Remember, readers, underage drinking is a big no. Well, it's listeners for you. Oh, you thought? Yin, you smell really great, and you're very pretty, he spoke out in a chuckle. Oh, well, what? Kojiro, you drunk, you replied. He then rests his head on your shoulder and wraps his arms around you. I really want to have you in my arms every night, he thought. He soon dazed off. Kojiro, are you asleep? Oh my god, you're heavy, you mumbled, and then noticed Uzui. Uzui, you spoke out. He turned to you. His eyes widened and quickly walks up to you. What happened here? He asks. Well, he accidentally drank beer, you replied as he slowly takes Kojiro from you. And, well, lets out a laugh. Will you take him to his room, you asked. Don't worry, Ian. I'll return him to his room, flamboyantly, he assured you. Time skip. You slowly got up from your bed. You looked out the window. It was still at the middle of the night. You let out a yawn. You were tired, but thirsty. You mumbled and got up from your bed and grabbed a few bucks to go to the vending machine. You soon quickly walked out of your room and headed to the nearest vending machine. It's so dark and creepy. Feels like a ghost will pop up at any moment, you mumbled. You soon put money in the vending machine and grabbed your drink. Soon you heard a crack. You froze. What the fuck? You thought. You soon felt a hand on your arm. You quickly were about to scream, but the entity turned you around and covered your mouth. It also pinned you to the vending machine. To your surprise, it was Chapter 40. It was Sabito? Your eyes widened as you noticed that he only had pants, and his top was exposed. He soon removed his hands from your mouth. The dark shade of red soon appeared on his cheeks out of embarrassment. "This is so embarrassing," he thought. "What are you doing here? And why are you half naked in the middle of the night too? Wait, are you wet?" you asked. "I soon slowly back away from you." "Yeah, what about that? I couldn't sleep, so I thought of going to the hot springs for a while, but I forgot my yakata and my towel. I only had my pants too," he replied. He let out a chuckle. "Goodness, and to think I thought you were a ghost," you commented. His face then shows shock. "What?" you ask. "But behind you?" He shuddered as you slowly back away from you. You shuddered. What's behind me?" You stuttered, trembling. "Yin, I want you to slowly come to me," he added. "Sabito, is it a ghost?" you asked. "Yin, it's coming for you." "Oh, coming to you," he spoke out. You shrieked and quickly launched onto him, trembling. Your head was buried on his bare chest. You soon felt vibrations as he chuckles. "I was only joking. There's nothing behind you." You let out a offensive gasp and pushed away. But I'm scared of ghosts. This is no laughing matter," you scoffed. He only laughed in response. Your eyes soon trailed on his abs. He noticed you were staring. A blush soon appeared on his cheeks. "You should cover yourself up." You were cut off by someone. "Who's there?" a familiar voice spoke out. "Ghost? Is it a demon?" "If so, then, hey, it's me, your boy." The familiar voice added. Soon a flashlight was pointed at both of you. You squinted your eyes over at the bright light was. "Jeez, you geezers, stop pointing your flashlights. I can't see," you spoke. "Ian," the unfamiliar voice spoke out as the light weren't pointed at the both of you anymore. "What the fuck? Blake?" Sabito raised an eyebrow. "You know him?" he asks. You nodded. "Yeah, he's our school janitor," you replied. "Also, my bestie," you whispered. Sabito nodded. Blake soon looked at the both of you and with the most done with everything expression. "Ian, I get it, You cut him off. "Blake, shut up. This is a misunderstanding," you whispered / shouted. "Ian, I've lost count of how many men you have been alone with." You were cut off. "Oh, you cut him off." "Blake, I swear to the Lord that we didn't do anything," you replied. "I didn't know they also took the janitors on field trips," Sabito commented. "It's a special person, VIP to be exact," Blake replied proudly. "Ew, if you're a VIP then what the fuck is up with your pajamas?" you asked. "Now that you pointed out, why are you wearing that Santa hat thing?" Sabito asked. "You fucking brats, respect the trip, okay? No, seriously. How are you here? I haven't seen you in the whole day." Blake rolled his eyes. "The teachers invited me to come. I was just late, so I had to come here on my own," Blake replied. "Besides, do you even know what time it is right now? It's the middle of the night. Go back to your rooms. I won't tell your teachers any of this," Blake added. Both you and Sabito soon went back to your rooms. Time skip. You let out a deep sigh. Mitsuri and Shinobu were busy, and you couldn't find the 3 best boys. Why were you looking for them? Well, you were planning on going to the town, and you didn't want to go alone. Everyone you ran up to ejected your invitation. "Heart, been broken so many times, I don't know what to believe. I will never ever approach anyone ever again. Is that Michiro? I'll ask him if he wants to come with me." You spoke excitedly and quickly walked up to him. "Michiro, where are you going?" you asked. "To the town. I'm bored." Sorry. He simply replied. Your face burns. "I'm bored. You're bored. Let's go together," he suggested. He stared at you before slowly nodding his head. "Finally," you squealed in joy. "Come on, let's walk down the hill and take a taxi to the town," you told him. But you soon got down the hill and took a taxi. Both of you had arrived at the town. Michio looked around. Why are there so many decorations? He bubbled. But you heard it. That's because there's a festival at the end of the week, you replied. Your eyes soon caught a shooting game. You soon walked up to the booth while he followed suit. Hello there. Would you like to try? Just shoot 3 cans and you can win a box of donuts. The worker spoke out. Donuts? You spoke out in serious tone as your gluttonous side gets unleashed. How much for the bullets? You added. 500 yen, miss, for 3. Okay, by the way, if you don't know what 500 yen is, it's like $5, I think. No, wait, it's 5 cents, I think. I'll put it up on screen. The worker replied. You nodded and handed him the money. He gave you the bullets, and soon you got ready to hit the cans. First shot, it was a miss. Second shot, you hit 1 can. Third shot, you hit a can, but then the bullet bounced and hit the worker's crotch. The worker quickly crunched in pain. Holy shit, I'm so sorry. You spoke up. I'll pay for the hospital bill. You added. Double homicide, Michio commented. You turned to him and let out an offensive scoff. Bitch. Time skip. You let out a laugh. Both of you and Michio were walking back to the hot springs. Both of you had fun playing the games and even watching a small play. The character from the play literally said, I'm gonna jump, and all you replied was, do a flip, you wheezed. He shrugs. His character doesn't deserve pity, he commented. Soon both of you were in front of the hot springs. Michio was about to head inside, but you soon stopped him. Wait, you told him. He turns to you. Thanks. I kind of pleaded you to drag me along. I had a lot of fun today, so thank you, Moo. You spoke out. His eyes widened a bit. He felt like he heard that nickname before. Oh, sorry. Do you not like that nickname? You asked. Call me whatever you like, he replied, and soon walked away. You watched as he walked away. Yin, a female voice spoke out. You shrieked. Oh my god, Ma'am Docky, you scared me. You spoke out. Oh, anyways, I'll go to the hot springs. Do you want to join me? She asks. Sure, you replied. Time skip. Your PV. Ian, a familiar voice spoke out. Move, broccoli hair. That's not how you wake her up. Another voice spoke out. Yin, the other voice shouted. My eyes shot open. Fuck, I'm up. I swear to God, Inosuke, I will beat this shit out of you. I yelled, but as I realized who I was in front of me, my voice trails off. Who the fuck is Inosuke? That's not my name, dumbass. There was the infamous blonde Pomeranian. Yin, are you alright? A voice asks. I turn to see my older brother, the living, breathing broccoli. Your scream popped her eardrums, another voice commented. I turned to see a handsome peppermint. Bakugo glared at Shoto. Fuck you, he spoke out while giving him the middle finger. Yin, why do you look so surprised? Azuku asked. I stuttered. I was lost for words. I'm back.